Today, I will be presenting to you The Boy Who Loved Batman. It is about a man named Michael Uslan, and this true story of how a comic-obsessed kid conquered Hollywood to bring back The Dark Knight to the silver screen. It was a very entertaining book, with a humorous tone at times. The first 3/4 of the book focuses around his life growing up in New Jersey and his attendance at Indiana University. Michael grew up in the Silver Age, as it came to be known, of comic books. From the beginning, he began reading comic books at the age of 5. He then formed an interest in Batman, a darker, more in-depth, scarier comic at the age of 8. From then on, he fell in love with the character and formed an even deeper love for comic books in general. Throughout his years in middle and high school, Michael developed an affinity for writing stories and even began writing his own comic books. As he graduated high school, he managed to accumulate 30,000 comic books over a span of 13 years. The author described graduating with the quote, "So I made a choice. I left it all behind, except I never let go of my childhood. Without it, I couldn't make movies, create cartoons, write comic books, or be in touch enough with me to write this book, and that has made all the difference." As Michael Uslan entered college, bringing his comic books with him, he managed to start teaching one of the world's first comic book courses. He describes the reasoning behind it as an outcome of the experimental attitude of the 70s. The course receives media attention, and he gets a call from DC Comics offering to fly him down to their headquarters. He then performs various odd jobs there just to stay involved, eventually earning the privilege to write Batman comics. Simultaneously, he begins to attend law school at Georgetown as a plan B. Soon enough, the DC gig ends, and the discouraged Michael prepares to assume the life of a lawyer. After a job interview for an ad company, he decides to, quoting Robert Frost, take the other path in the diverging wood. He realized he would not settle and not give up his dream of producing a Batman movie. He sent out cover letters and resumes to hundreds of talent agencies, eventually scoring a job with the United Artists Agency. Though he faced many setbacks, he would successfully bring Batman to the silver screen after years of learning and climbing up socially in the film industry. Today, I face the same problem as Michael did with his dream. Since boyhood, I always took an interest in the creative arts. I was an avid drawer, I was always listening to music, and I was always watching movies. I loved, and still love, all of it. But truly, my passion lay within music. As good as a drawer I was, or as good as a writer I thought I could be, I always cherished the idea of becoming a musician and writing my own music. But, consequently, I was also an athlete. My time as a kid was spent on the football field or on the basketball court. My weekday and weekends would be filled up with sports, and when I wasn't doing that, I would be doing schoolwork. And, well, feeding my addiction to my other passion, video games. As a person growing up, I was just intrigued by everything. I never really fit into a specific group of people and never honed in on any specific interest. I don't know if the versatility of my interests would be a curse or a blessing. This year, I quit football, a sport that I've been playing since I was 5, my senior year. I don't draw anymore, and I don't watch as many movies, and I don't play as much video games. The only things left are basketball and music. My senior year of high school, I, like Michael, am at a Robert Frost moment of two paths diverging in a wood. As a kid, I never knew what I wanted to become or what I valued most. I was interested in everything. Now, I know what I truly love and take interest in, but I do not know what I value. I plan to go to school to be an architect, but I dream to be a musician. I am discouraged, as Michael was, but I know I have enough ingenuity and passion to pursue my dream, as Michael did. In the book, he is faced with setback after setback and discouragement, but his persistence and passion, he made his dream come true. And for myself, the passion is there, and with persistence, I believe I can take the path in the wood less traveled by and make all the difference.